Oh, there were a lot of long faces at the State of the Union last night. A virtual who's who of Democrats scowling at just about everything that came out of the president's mouth. He could have said, free puppies for everyone, and you'd still get looks of disgust. But today on America's Newsroom, Deputy Press Secretary Hogan Gidley told Dems to knock it off.
They have to make the decision whether they want to, or how much they love America versus how much they hate this president. But the president outlined several key issues that should be bipartisan. In addition, bipartisanship, someone asked me yesterday, should they be bipartisan over things like infrastructure? Absolutely. But they should also be bipartisan over solutions to DACA, which the president outlined.
Will Democrats listen? And is there anything they liked about last night's speech? Joining me now, Democratic Congressman Tim Ryan from Ohio, who almost unseated Nancy Pelosi. The president's economic message does ring with voters. He has 39% approval rating. The disapproval rating is much higher than that, obviously, but people give him high marks on the economy.
Well, I liked what he was talking about with regard to vocational education. I think that's a huge thing, and how we get people in a pipeline for the jobs of the future.
I agree. I don't think that's the role of the federal government, but I think that is the future for a lot of people who want shovel-ready jobs as soon as they're done with a two-year education.
Yeah, and well, the issue really is that in the president's own budget, he guts vocational education. So he may be in agreement with you, but he says this is what we need to do. We need to focus on it, but then there's no money there to do it. And I'm not saying
there is money there. You don't need the federal government to give you money in order to take the next step in life. That's one of the things that we have to get off. There could be a lot of liberty-minded Democrats. Unfortunately, many in your party are addicted to statism, as are many Republicans. But I think your message of populism could ring with a lot of the country.
Well, I think getting that money down, here's the problem. You have these large swaths of the country who have been left behind. Globalization has left them behind. Automation has left them behind. A lot of those Great Lakes states that Trump won were areas that have been left behind.
Yeah.
And so...
Do you know what exacerbates that?
No.
A federally imposed minimum wage. Or state-imposed minimum wage increases. That's what advances automation faster than anything.
Well, no, I mean, I think you're talking about decades of global change. Communications, technology, the world got a lot smaller.
Yeah.
In places like Youngstown, Ohio, with steel, Akron, Ohio, with rubber, got left behind. Those jobs got automated. They got moved offshore. And my argument is, look, in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, when we were doing really well, we were sending money to the federal government, and that money was used to build out the West.
Yeah.
It was used for the Tennessee Valley. Those were big national, interstate highway system. Now these communities are down on their luck. We do need the federal investment. We don't have the tax base that we used to have.
You need deregulation so those areas can thrive and experience economic evolution. And that doesn't require that level of federal dependence. I want to shift gears a little bit because
I disagree with that.
I'm sure.
Premise.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, and I understand that, and I understand like what you say and what you believe. I believe that is totally sincere, and I also believe that it resonates with a lot of the people that you represent in Congress. However, the one good thing about this administration, what it will show, is if you move the federal government out of the way, the economy can grow. And even places like Detroit have seen that. So I hope that this populism that's based on federal dependence fizzles so people can see the power of the individual. That's what will really move the economy forward. But I want to talk about the power of individual thinking.
Yes.
Because you are a believer in mindfulness. Explain what that means and how you use it in your daily congressional life.
So mindfulness is basically awareness. And our minds will get trained to take us into the past or into the future. And mindfulness is really the practice of disciplining your mind to be in the present moment. So you'll still have thoughts about anxieties about the future or regrets about what you've done in the past. But you really need to discipline your mind, kind of like you do your muscles. You build your muscles. You build up your awareness to be in the present moment, which is the only real moment we have.
Yes, that's right.
And so doing this shows and creates all kinds of benefits to you. Your ability to focus and concentrate. And I think your ability to reason, to access your working memory. So what happens is when you get into these states of anxiety, your amygdala takes over, which is your old brain.
Yeah.
It puts you in
That's part of the reptile brain.
Reptile brain.
Yeah.
So your reptilian brain will put you in the fight or flight mode. And what science, the latest brain science is telling us, when you go in the fight or flight mode, you actually lose the ability to access your prefrontal cortex, your executive functions, your working memory.
And that is the
decision-making.
explicitly human area of the brain. I mean, that the prefrontal cortex is what makes us uniquely human. You're absolutely right. There's so much physiology behind it, and I hope some of your colleagues on both sides of the aisle in Congress take from that message of mindfulness, because it is so powerful. They're actually teaching it in middle schools here, in public middle schools in New York City, which I think is great.
It's amazing to see these kids change and transform, because they can live in a home with domestic violence or a neighborhood with violence in it. So they're in a constant state where their amygdala is jacked up, and they can get out of that state.
I wonder if cell phones do the same thing. I wonder if cell phones take you out of the moment and activate that amygdala and that hyper anxiety. I will be interested to see some of those studies. Continued success within your party. I hope you take down Nancy Pelosi at some point. And thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.